Welcome to Burning Bright, a weekly podcast presenting poetry and prose from Passenger. World Music Therapy Day is celebrated every year on March 1st. It celebrates the power of music to reduce stress and improve mood and self-expression through listening, singing, playing instruments, or composing music. On this edition of Burning Bright, 4 poems about the healing power of music. Olive and Edwin Giese loved ballroom dancing. For their 50th anniversary, she tap danced in gold lame pants, while Ed played drums in a swing band. From Passenger's brand new Winter 2024 issue, here's Olive Kohl Giese's poem, The Melody Lingers On. There were no blueberries. A shining gold-blue world surrounded us as we sat close together on a rough-hewn cedar fence. Cows mooed. Breezes blew through our hair. We sang, I Got My Thrill on Blueberry Hill. Kissing my ear, he set the mood. A musician, his personality was like his music, upbeat. During years of army service, the song was, This Time the Dream's on Me. On our wedding day, it became, It Isn't a Dream Anymore. The babies came, the songs became tender. That little boy of mine, Du bist mein kleiner Pupchen, let me call you sweetheart. And Misty, how high the moon, as we reached for the stars. The children left for college and their lives. We had our anniversary waltz. One day he sang, After the lovin', I'm still in love with you. Now he's gone, but in my heart I sing, The melody lingers on. Olive Kohl Giese's poem, The Melody Lingers On. Kathleen O'Toole said, All it took was the sight of flower pots on a modest porch in northeast Washington to return me to memorable overnights at Granny Madeline's bungalow. From Passenger's 2015 Poetry Contest issue, Kathleen's poem, Her Bungalow. Still redolent of lemon oil and mothballs after more than 50 years, just the sight of a wrought iron railed porch hung with potted plants, hers would have been plastic, brings back the squeaks and smells, the knick-knacked world of Granny Madeline. Shelves of elves in the Infant of Prague, cut glass bowls above the faux fireplace, more ceramic than you'd cast in a lifetime. And yet for me, those tiny rooms were incense chapel, sweat lodge. Within them, my half-hillbilly railroad widow granny reigned. She dried her support hose on the metal spokes of the laundry tree above the forced hot air vent in the floor. Her wages at the 5 and dime that bought me 45 RPM American bandstand hits and popsicles could barely afford more. As her eldest grandchild, just the chance to spend the night on her side of the tracks was whimsical. I could pray my heart out on the glow-in-the-dark rosary, listen to Hank Williams by the Blessed Mother Nightlight, wind its music box to play Schubert's Ave, or watch Bonanza on the black and white TV. For breakfast at the Formica table, you could choose what you wanted to eat of what she had. My favorite, half a tomato and a Coke. 409 Holloway Terrace, address of memory, whispers a wish to find again such unfeigned grace. Her Bungalow, Kathleen O'Toole. Next, from Passenger's Winter 2013 issue, Diane Lacombe's The Day of Singing. She sang, a humming, as of a million bees. Soon came melody soft like a nimbus. Trees and grass grew silent, birds ceased their chatter. She sang, her voice from distant memories spreading over the land like a cloud or a silken fog. People stopped in mid-sentence. Teachers put down their chalk. Builders their hammers and drills. Travelers forgot where they were going. The marketplace was silent, people lined the sidewalks listening. All was silent except for the singing. She sang and it grew louder, surrounding the towns. Songs they knew, songs they had forgotten. She sang and it grew louder and louder still, like a howl, like the hooves of wild horses, Still she sang until walls began to crumble and collapse. And she fell down, down, softly, like a canyon wren. People then silently began to return to the rubble of shops, of houses, fields, factories, weapons, stones. On occasion, a few stop and say to each other, "Remember the singing?" Day of the Singing, Diana Lacombe. Diana said that many of her poems grow out of dreams. She said, "I write the dreams down and then begin to work with them to find what they have to say." Alan C. West said that this next poem began with free associating, dancing while sweeping. Surreal comes tonight in the eyes of a cat and the broom's used beauty. Without white tie or tails, I am Fred Astaire, naked star stuff, as lonely as Polaris immobile. Sing La Paloma, drape on the broom, her lavender robe one sleeve lifted high, one over my shoulders, arpege-scented silk clings never missing a beat. Holds me, my need to be held, our dipping and turning shape circles and gyres, embracing my heaven of table lamps, floor lamps, and chanting our tango. The wide-open back door welcomes our dust. From Passager's 2010 Poetry Contest issue, Alan C. West's Dancing While Sweeping. To subscribe to or learn more about Passager and its commitment to writers over 50, go to PassagerBooks.com. You can download Burning Bright from Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts, and various other podcast apps. For Kendra, Mary, Christine, Roseanne, and the rest of the Passager staff, I'm John Shore.